Okay, first video recap. So let's go over what we finished talking about at the end of yesterday's lesson. So for all three of these, you're going to spend about 10, maybe 15 minutes tops working things up as fast as you can. So it's important that we don't go too long on any of these. So 15 minutes max, 10 minutes is fine. Usually about 10 minutes in for just one of these things, you're going to be pretty dang close to your max anyway. You might actually be there already. So always start at 60 every day, no matter how fast you got the previous day. Always start at 60 and always go up in 5 beat per minute increments. Do not make multiple repetitions of anything before moving up. As soon as you get it correctly once, that's it. Just one and done. Now, when mistakes happen, and they will, remember to address the mistake immediately and start over again. It is important to not keep playing through something when a mistake is made, because when we do that, we miss the opportunity to reinforce how it's supposed to be played. Now, an exception to that is if you're working on a song. So if the idea is to a band practice thing, yeah, you need to be able to just continue on during band practice, so this way when you're on stage you can continue on when mistakes are made. But with this stuff, with what you and I are doing, anytime a mistake is made, you need to address it immediately, because only perfect practice makes perfect. So counting along with number 1 can be helpful to remind you when you got to change those chords. Counting along with number 2, definitely want to do that from 60 to at least 120. Same thing with number 3. Count aloud what you say from 60 to 120, but there is no max speed. Get as fast as you can within those 10 to 15 minutes per exercise. So we're basically looking at 30 to 45 minutes max in terms of practicing this stuff. If it takes you a little less time to max out, that's totally fine. We want quality practice. Quality, not just quantity. We don't need just a bunch of practice. We want quality. So if you have any questions about this approach, let me know. I'm going to demonstrate these at some different speeds, so this way you can compare what you are doing to what's happening here to ensure that everything is going according to plan. So 60 beats per minute. Number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 done. No need to let that last chord ring out all 4 beats. I just hit it and say I'm done, and that's good enough. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was the wrong chord. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, number 2. Being very careful with transitioning into the new chords. You need to make sure that you move your left hand while your right hand begins the upstroke. So you got to make sure we're not transferring to the new position early. 60 beats per minute. Number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 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 4. Done. Under 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And number 3, coming in on the upbeat of 1, 60 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 done. Another 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, and done. And also make sure you're tapping your foot with that metronome. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. So, any questions come up with this stuff, please let me know, and I will see you again next week.